development of African civilizations is rich and diverse, spanning thousands of years, in which it told a complex history of cultures, economics, and political achievement. Welcome to the unveiling development of African civilization, to a captivating journey to the corridors of time in a diverse history of African civilization, as we will delve into a fascinating origins, growth, and enduring legacies of these civilizations, to uphold the captivating stories of ancient cultures, from the landform, climates, and emerging of African civilizations and its religion, from the Nile Valley to the Great Zimbabwe, from the Kush Empire to the Kingdom of Aksum, as of the religion of Islam rise. Africa is the second largest continent on Earth, in which it composed of beautiful landforms, mountains, river basins, and deep canyons. Africa's climate is from region to region, from the forest to deserts. Africa has a climate and landform that is suitable for farming, that influence how people lives. This continent is almost completely surrounded by 2 oceans and 2 seas. It stretches nearly 5,000 miles, around 8,000 kilometers, from the Mediterranean Sea in the north to the Cape of Good Hope in the south. In the south of Africa, we have the Sahara, the mountainous that lies the largest desert on Earth. It stretches from the Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. The Sahara, divided into major regions, in which so-called hump of Africa means it is a massive shoulder in Atlantic. Sahara gives grassland and tropical jungle along the coast. In east is the Nile River, in which it is the heart of ancient Egyptian civilization. From the east, Great Rift Valley, where the mountains loom over canyon deep. These regions populated with wild animals and eats grassland. In Congo basins, where the dense of vegetations in watered by Congo River. The Africa rainforest gradually inhales plateaus and deserts. The Africa composed by 4 climate zones. The northern and the southern part of Africa is the mild climate zone, also warm temperatures, moderate rainfalls, and fertile land that can produce abundant crops that support in the population. As of 40% of Africa covered by desert from the climate zone, the Sahara and the Kalahari in the south. It is the 2 of the largest deserts that can be found in Africa. The third climate zone in the rainforest stretches in the equator about 10% of Africa. The rainforest is the home of the tsetse fly, which infect both animals and man with sleeping sickness. 40% of the land in Africa covered because of savanna. It is dotted by grassland with scrubs and small trees that can be found both north and south of the rainforests of Africa. Around 7,000 to 8,000 years ago in Africa, there are hunters and gatherers that tame animals and planting crops. The agricultural revolution gave rise to the first civilization in Africa, including the Kush and Aksum, the 2 strong early African civilization. The Kingdom of Kush was an ancient African civilization located in what now Sudan. Kush had its capital at Naparata, then later at the Meroe. Kush was influential due to its control over the trade routes connecting Central Africa with Egypt and Mediterranean. They adopted Egyptian cultures, religions, and hieroglyphics writings. Eventually, they established its own distinct identity. A basic trade had risen between Egypt and the area of south known as Nubia. Merchants of Egypt traveled in Nubia to obtain ivory, leopard skin, ebony, and frankincense, a fragrant tree resin. For many centuries, the Nubia freed itself and became independent state of Kush. As the Egypt was conquered by the Kush in 750 BC, the Kushite, who were still using bronze and stone weapons, were overrun by the Assyrian that armed with iron spear and swords. The Kushite driven out of the Egypt and returned to their original lands in the upper Nile Valley. The Kush economy was based on farming as they emerged of the city of Meroe, one of the major trading states in the region that had an abundant resources of iron ore. Kushite made iron tools and weapons as they learned from the Assyrian. In the several hundred years, the Kush was known as a trading empire. They provide iron products, ivory, gold, ebony, and even slave. From the Central and Eastern Africa to the Roman Empire, Arabia, and India. By this trading, the Kushite received luxury goods from India and Arabia. The kingdom declined due to various factors like environmental changes, warfare, and the shift in the trading routes, leading to its downfall. However, the legacy of the kingdom of Kush continued to influence the history and culture of the region today. The rise of Aksum led to the Kush to decline. Aksum was founded by Arabs and combined Arab-African cultures. This was located in what is now Ethiopia. They owed its prosperity to its location along the Red Sea. Aksum exported ivory, frankincense, myrrh, and also slave. For a time, Aksum competed with Kush for a control of ivory trade. As a result of this competition for ivory, King Ixana, the Aksumite ruler, invaded and conquered Kush. Aksum Kingdom emerged as a powerful kingdom, growing from trading center to a dominant force in the region due to its strategic location to trade between Africa, Arabia, and the Mediterranean. In 330, King Ixana converted to Christianity, making a significant shift in the kingdom's religious and cultural landscape. This made Aksum one of the earliest Christian states in the world. As the new religion, Islam, brought profound challenges to the kingdom, Aksum began to decline due to the various factors such as the rise of Islamic power, disrupting trade routes, environmental changes, impacting agricultural and international conflicts. Arabian Peninsula, where the Islam arose, then it was spread across the region. In 641, Arab forces captured the Egypt. They ruled the North African coast, and the Red Sea was being occupied by Muslims. The Muslims moved inland to gain control, to trade in slave and iron, in which the Aksum fought back and have become involved in the growing conflicts with the Muslim state of Adad. The historical significance of Aksum and Kush highlighting their roots as an influential early African civilization. Aksum's impressive achievements and the kingdom's prominence in trade offers a glimpse into a thriving society. Meanwhile, a Kush-Nubia kingdom stands testament to cultural sophistication and strategic geopolitical importance. As we explore the transformative period in the rise of Islam, examining its impact on the socio-cultural fabric of Africa, the spread of Islam brought new ideas, trade routes, and architectural marvel to the continent, shaping the course of African history that paints a comprehensive picture of interconnected and dynamic nature of early African civilization. The importance of recognizing and appreciating the profound impact of this early African civilization through understanding and acknowledging the historical depth may foster more comprehensive view of our shared human heritage.